Okay, so here we have the Atlantis seated calf press, plate loaded obviously. And this is a piece that many people say is like the GOAT of calf raises, even though technically I think when you're doing seated calf raises or calf movements, you don't work the gastroc as much as the soleus, because the gastroc is in a more lengthened position when you're standing, and then when you're seating it's quite shortened already. So that's why some people rather prefer to do like this, a standing one, which works out both a little bit more compound like, whereas this looks like your soleus a little bit more. So let's see, you have seat height adjustments here. You know, hard to do one-handed, but you can see I'm short, so I have it in the lowest setting. And then no actual seat height adjustment, so this is basically adjusting for your thigh height, not your seat height. And then this is to change from racking to unrack, and you can only start twisting it once you started applying some pressure onto here, because right now it's basically locked due to the weight of this. And then you have weight horns. So let's check out how this works. And just from the resistance profile, you can already tell it's going to be a lengthened focused as you're in your shortened position, which is press your toe all the way down. The stanger rises up past the pivot height, and then it will let off in tension. So the tension will decrease in the shortened. So you get on, and then you can change this, but I'm pretty short, so I will have it in the lowest setting. Get up to here, press down, and you can see like with my short leg length, I just barely don't bottom out on this thing. But getting a call. But like if you had a shorter leg, then maybe you would bottom out. It's my cousin. All right, so that was, sorry for that. But yeah, you can see I just barely don't bottom out, but if you have a really short leg length, I fear that maybe this is not the calf press for you. Let's get it a little bit heavier. There's still like some handles or something right here for me to grab onto to brace versus this. Oh, my calves are freaking burning. You know what's funny is I actually feel some like hip tightness doing that. I don't know if it's because I haven't done calves in so long, and the feeling is both like novel, and the calf press feeling versus raised feeling is novel, and have we calves or what? Yeah. So you can see actually right here I bottom out. Oh my God, my calves. Still a crazy crazy pump. Oh gosh. I will admit, it has a crazy pump to it. My calves are on freaking fire. My freaking calves, bro. I think in reality, it actually doesn't really drop off because I'm like thinking about it, and I think the amount that I actually press, it doesn't go up very high. So if it doesn't go above like 20-30 degrees, then the drop off is very little, and it feels almost more like an even resistance profile. Just looking at how this works, yeah, it feels more like just like a even like middle focus profile versus what I initially thought, which is I thought it was a drop off. Let me try this again, because yeah, it definitely drops off there, but because I go down so low, like this is also ramping up in weight until like right there, and then it drops off right there. But like, seems like the majority of the movement is just getting back to there. Like it definitely goes below like even parallel with the floor more than I think it does go above. Let me actually get a little measuring device, a little angle measuring device. Where's my phone? Let's measure. So for my personal use, looks like, how many degrees is that? 20, let's say not even 25 degrees above. So 25. And then the lowest it goes is basically bottomed out, which is, how many degrees is that? 21. So it goes 21 to 25. Does it actually go to 25? This is my max right here. It goes 21 to 21. So basically it is even resistance profile to me. Like I go below the same amount as I go above. So to me it's like a middle focused, actually, not lengthened focused. So yeah, I go below 20 or 21, something like that, and I go above 20, 21. So right at the middle is where it really feels even resistance. And then in my lengthened, which is up like this, that's lengthened. It's like, you know, the same as when it's shortened, which is all the way flexed like that. So yeah, what, 20 degrees above below, that's 70. So you get sine of 70 basically, which is, what is that? Brain's not working right now. Sine of 70, or I guess not sine of 70, sine of 20 degrees is like only like a 10% drop off or something like that, and ramp up. So not very much at all. Yeah, basically fairly even throughout.